Hello everybody, it is Jacob, and today I'm doing my first tutorial in Photoshop because I just wanted to show people how you can make this image out of this. So if you want to learn how to make this image, just stay tuned. Alrighty, first off, to this image, you need a photo of yourself like this. It doesn't really matter, just have good lighting, I guess. And some brushes that I have, which I got from a YouTuber. I'll put his link down in the description. They are splatter brushes. They are very useful for this type of stuff. And you will need 2 sunset images. It doesn't really matter unless the sunset is not bright enough. So you want to find a sunset that is bright enough. Okay, to start out, you'll want to cut yourself out. I'm going to be using the quick selection tool. So you just want to make your brush or your quick selection tool big enough and just get yourself like this. And if you need to get rid of a selection, you can hold Alt like so. So since I don't want this selection, I can just hold Alt and deselect that. If you want to get into the close corners, just make your brush smaller. And if you want to add stuff, you hold Shift, because I just messed up. Okay, once you're done doing that, you'll want to go to Refine Edge, which is in this top right corner. So if you hit Refine Edge, you'll be brought to this. So here in Refine Edge, here's your brush tool. You'll want to make your brush bigger with the bracket keys in the top right of your keyboard. I'm going to use this just for sakes. Make that big enough. I think 163 is good enough. And you just want to select around your hair and your face. As you can see, it's getting all the little hairs in here now. Better than what it would be doing if we just left the selection not refined, sorry. So you can just get around your ears and here. Move this out of the way really quick. So just select in small increments. I think that's what does it the best. And yeah, so now that you have that done, we can just go output to a new layer with a layer mask. So now you have this, if it ever loads. So now you have this, so you're not on the layer anymore. As you can see, your shirt looks kind of crap, but we'll fix that. So yeah, now you're on a separate layer. I can just delete this layer now. And now that I'm done with this layer, I'm going to make a transparent layer under this and drag it under. And go to your bucket tool, which I have right here. You just press G and make this layer white. Okay, now that you're done making this layer white, make the image smaller. So if you want to do that, you click on your thumbnail image right here, press Ctrl T for the transfer tool, and all you have to do is just drag down like this. It's pretty easy actually. Okay, so now that I have that smaller, actually, give me a second. I'm gonna get rid of this right here. There we go. Okay, sorry, I had to get rid of those lines. Okay, so now that you're done making an image smaller, you go to a new image adjustment layer. So you go to Image, Adjustment, and then Desaturate. Okay, so now that you have that desaturated, you want to go back into the adjustments layer once again. Adjustments, Levels. Okay, so here you'll want to make the highlights in the midtones and lowlights. I completely forgot what they're called. You want to make this just so you have a lot of contrast. So let's see if I can do this really quick. That should be about good right there. Maybe make this a little bit darker. Okay, so you can play around with that if you want to. So now you go back to your layer mask, which is this right here. And you have black, because black makes it so it goes away, and white makes it so you can add. Now you want to go to your brush that I will leave the link to in the description. And I'll just pick the very first brush because that seems the best. So here we go, the very first brush right here. and you want to go right here, which is your brush panel, turn on brush dynamics, make your roundness jitter 100 and your angle jitter 100, and you also want to turn on not texture, you want to turn on transfer, which will help that. I'm going to turn off prime pressure actually, so you want to turn your flow jitter all the way up. Now that should be good. I'm going to make this brush a bit bigger, and you can just use this brush to get rid of the hard edges like this. See, now you can get rid of these hard edges, which makes it look a bit better. And that is really helpful actually. So I just want to do that to get rid of the hard edges. And now you want to go to your threshold, which is under this, so just go right here and click threshold, if I can find it right there. You just want to make it so I can see all the details in your face. I'll probably do it like about right here. That's good enough for me, so you can just go like that. What you want to do now is create a clipping mask, which is right here. So now what you want to do is you want to take your sunset images. So to select these, you can just do Control A to select all of it, Control C to copy it, and Control V to paste. So once you get this layer of the sunset, you'll want to go to the blending modes, which are right here, and put it to screen. So now you have this right here in screen. I think what you want to do is go to the adjustment layer right there and go to hue saturation. You can just change this to any color that you think will look good. I think this looks pretty good. So now I'm just going to make this smaller. So you want to go to this layer, Control T, just hold Shift and Alt, and you can make that smaller. You can make this smaller. Press Enter to save that selection or transform. And now you can see that you have this thing in the background. Next, you'll want to take your second image and do the same thing. So Control A, Control C, go back to your main image, Control V. You can make this image bigger, obviously. You'll also want to put this over the hue saturation layer so it doesn't get affected. Make this image bigger, which is Control T if you forgot. Press Enter. Set the blending mode to screen. Once again, you have it like this. And now you can change the hue saturation again. So just do hue saturation from those adjustment layers right there. I'll try to make this like red, sort of. Maybe desaturate it a bit. Make it a little bit darker. Okay, that looks good. Now what you want to do is, since you see this hard edge right here, if I zoom in, there's a hard edge. What you want to do to get rid of that is just go to your eraser tool, select a soft edged eraser, so hardness completely 0. The size sort of matters, so you might want to make this a little bit bigger, and just go to your second image and just soften that up. So now you can see that softened. Now what you want to do is make a blank layer over the white under the main image. So just go right here, make a blank layer. Now what you want to do is go to your brush tool. You can select any of these brushes, make sure that you're using a black brush though. And you can just use these splatter brushes and make it look a little bit better. So as you can see, I'm adding like little splatters across the area, which looks pretty good actually, I think. Yeah, and then if you just want to adjust that, you can go to your brush panel, shape dynamics. If you want to tilt it, you can just go like this. I'm completely, brush up shape. You can just twist that around. Put it upward now. And since you have that, I'm gonna just do this a little bit faster. You can go over here, pick this brush. And as you can see, that makes it look much better. So that is pretty much it for making these images. If you want to make the crop bigger, you can just go to the crop tool, take the canvas, make it bigger. And then if you wanted to do that, just press enter. Do not delete crop pixels because that would be bad. I always uncheck this no matter what. And then you just go to your bottom layer where the white was, get your bucket tool, which is G, and fill it in with white. And as you can see, that made the canvas bigger. Also, if you want to make this go into the middle, you just select this, hold shift, select all these, and just press the V for move tool, Control A to select all. Then you can press this right here and this right here. Oh, yeah, that right there, I guess. And that makes it all go into the middle. So if you enjoyed this video, I would definitely recommend leaving a like and subscribing to my YouTube channel. And thank you guys for watching. Have a good day.